Hey everyone, today we are here checking out this massive trash rack and we're going to try to walk inside of it. During a massive storm, all of this debris was put down here in front of the trash rack. Believe it or not, more than half of it's being blocked. You see, it falls into here and then it backtracks into the pipe. You see how this thing's designed? Obviously, the flow that it would take to fill the entire trash rack cannot fit through the pipe. Unless, of course, maybe if it started siphoning, creating its own vacuum. There's a lot of stone and debris here. This thing definitely got plugged up when this happened. And you see with excavators, they had to push it all off to the side. But also from the evidence of all the plants next to the road, it was probably a few years back. So, I climbed down inside this thing 5 minutes ago. Let's try to get down inside here carefully. Lower my feet. I'm fitting right down inside here. Oh wow, there is a lot of debris still on it. This trash rack goes quite a ways. Wow. I just barely fit out of here. It's a good thing I lost some weight. Alright, so now we're going to see what we can see walking in the other side. I got my big high boots on right now, and there's not much flow. And I'm assuming there's baffles in there. It might just be water falling from one pipe into a structure into another pipe. If that's the case, hopefully it is a ladder. Otherwise, we're just going to walk up until that point. I got my headlamp on. I got my camera light. Worst case scenario, I will get out my cell phone on the way back. So here's the backup plan in case that trash rack fills up. Here it is. You can see the road's already getting destroyed. Only a small portion of the rack is open. This thing goes back so far. That's a pretty big pipe down there. You can barely see the opening. It's filled up so much. We're going to quickly walk inside this pipe, which is completely dried up. Then we're going to make our way down this treacherous hill for the second time. Because I already went down there with sneakers just to see what kind of pipe it was. It is a reinforced concrete box culvert. Very, very deep in the ground. So I'm assuming it has a few steps inside the pipe, inside structures. And I'm hoping we don't come across a big angry grizzly bear in there. I do have bear spray on me. I should probably start carrying it. Alright, let's try to get up in this without falling. This is very steep here. Probably like a 70-degree angle. I'm going to throw my camera up here first, then I'll step in. That actually wasn't that difficult to get up. So this pipe is a little bit uncomfortable. Just gonna have to take it easy. Maybe take a break down here at the end. Just wanted to show you how much of its capacity is cut. Wow, this section of pipe from that section, this might be newer. It may have got destroyed before. But just take a look at how much of the capacity is cut. The majority of this trash rack is blocked. Yup. I say this whole thing has to just be pulled off to be able to properly reseat it and fix the road. Now we're on our way back out. This wasn't as hard to get up into as I thought. I was just worried without my hands free. If my feet lost traction, I would have slid and fell. Even got some iron oxidizing bacteria stuck in the little holes from the water they probably collected during the last rainfall a couple days ago. All right. I sat my butt in water by accident. Literally forgot it was there. I'm just sliding my butt along this. I'm wearing pretty tough jeans. That paint wouldn't rip through those. It's not like that sharp lead-based paint we often find inside abandoned buildings. That stuff will cut you up so bad if you fall against it. And I'm not telling you that from experience. I've just touched it with my hands just to see how sharp it was. Slowly getting my way down here, across all these loose rocks. I highly doubt a bear would be in one of these anyways, especially with moving water. So here's where it's coming out. A good 100, 150 feet maybe. But as you can see, it's not rushing out of here like I would have expected. Either it's just very little water and the culvert floor is rough enough, but I think there's a baffle in there. I can hear a whooshing noise, and you can see in the current it's not consistent. There may be some kind of baffle in here or steps. All right, it's a little scary. This is my first culvert explore in Montana. Let's get my headlight on. It's kind of like a spotlight all the way to the end. I do see light at the end, so there might not be steps in here at all. It's a lot of rocks though. I like the water trickling along the ceiling. We got some rebar showing, and look how shiny it is. It's really shiny, because as these rocks tumble by, it's acting as sandpaper, keeping it from rusting. But that's also what wore down the concrete to expose the rebar. At some point, they may have to redirect this water and pour a new floor if they get to it in time. It's very cold and refreshing in here. That's awesome. Because I'm sweating just from walking around on those steep hills out there. It's not a very hot day, but walking on rough terrain makes me sweat very quickly. Okay, so all these obstructions in here, this is what's causing the whoosh, whoosh. Yes. And I believe I see the trash rack up there. The reason you're not seeing direct sunlight is because most of the trash rack is blocked. You know, it has to come up over the grate back in and down to the pipe. So it's just a steep culvert. Thankfully, it's not a corrugated culvert. That would have been much steeper. You can see all the rebar here. And I don't think that was by design. Take a look at the water trickling across the ceiling. That's pretty cool. Hey, look at this. We're more than halfway. Awesome. All right, we're continuing. It's very pretty in here too. It's not a scary culvert. Unless there was some rain in the forecast. Then it'd be kind of scary. Don't want to be in here during a flash flood. Look at the ceiling dripping like crazy. Okay, everyone. I have to do it. I am going to get absolutely soaked in here like a shower. But I have to show you what's up here. Then I'll quickly walk back out. I don't think we're getting out through the grate. I just don't think I'm going to be able to climb up there. Here we go. I'm getting soaked. It's a freezing cold shower. Whoa. That's where I just was. Wow. I probably could climb out of here, but this is probably slippery and I don't want to hurt myself. So yes, more than half of the grate is completely blocked with rocks. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. Whoa. I'm definitely not sweating anymore. I'm actually happy. That was totally worth it. Awesome. I was debating on whether or not I was going to go in here, but I'm happy I did. That was one big old blockage. Finally back out. Whoa, slippery towards the end. Slime like sunlight. All right, I'm pretty damp, but I'm not soaked at all. Well, it depends who you are. I'm not drenched, but I am pretty wet. My hat saved me a bunch of it. Now we got a big hill to climb back up. All right, now we got our journey back up to the top. Look at all the water here. There's a lot of water trickling through this hill. It's a pretty rocky hill, so the chance is probably pretty minimum. There's a jumping spider. But this hill could get pushed out from a moderate rainfall from beneath. Who knows what kind of voids and cavities could be in a hill that's leaking like this. Who knows? But that makes sense why there's consistent dripping from cracks on this end. But all that water I was in on the end, that was just from it being blocked and not being able to go in on the bottom. It's dropping in from that structure. So I hope today's video was interesting, everyone. Thanks for watching and have a great day. We'll see you at the top.